Dave Cook, our Yakima County Assessor, on the phone with us this morning, talking about taxes. Gosh. Dave, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Very well.
Good.
Very well.
So this is, correct me if I'm wrong, Dave, but this call is kind of a self-preservation, right?
Well, no, actually, you could, I guess, classify it that way. Basically, it is to get the information out to the people as to what to expect. There may be some sticker shock. Prices are up. Value of homes are up. I don't control that, but our job is to assess property at what it's selling for. And the biggest thing that I will tell people is when you look at your assessment notice, just ask yourself a question: would you sell your house for what it's assessed for? I'll guarantee you, under the guidelines that we assess property, 99% of the people are going to say, no, I would sell it for more.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I chuckled when you said that because I'm double over what I bought it for, so I'd be happy. But yeah, I got you.
What you're pointing to, Lance, is that a lot of people don't know exactly what is happening in the real estate market.
Yeah.
I mean, prices are going up exponentially. It's unbelievable. Last year percentage increase was right at 13%. The average selling price went from the year previous to that, 248 to 279. Average selling price of a home right now through 8 months is $317,000.
Jeez.
It's up another $38,000 in an 8-month period.
Wow. And, okay, so tax assessments are going out. I'm getting the card. I notice my value is up. What does that do to my taxes?
We don't know what it does to taxes, and I will tell you exactly why.
Yeah.
The assessment is only the method of distribution of whatever taxes are set.
Beautiful. Okay.
The taxes are set by the individual taxing districts, by the state of Washington, Yakima County, city of Yakima, fire districts, school districts. Each one of those districts sets how much taxes are to be collected within their boundaries. And then the assessed value of the property is just the method of distribution to get it out to the individual properties.
All right, let me try it, Dave. You've been such a good coach and teacher for us over the years. I am the Yakima School District. Yeah. I know my budget this year needs to be $10 million. So I look at all the property out there in my district. It's assessed at whatever the assessed value of it is. And based on that much money, I start to say, well, in order to collect my $10 million, here's how much each house, what a dollar of house value is worth. So,
Actually, that's a little backwards. The budget to be collected is set up front.
Yeah. So, we determined it. Well, I need $10 million, right?
It's determined up front.
Right.
So if the district, and let's not pick on one, if the district says I need $10 million, and if it's a school district, if the voters approve that, then $10 million is going to be collected, regardless of what the assessed value of the property is.
Sure, yeah.
All right, so say I have a budget of $10 million, and I have 10 houses in my district.
Yeah.
Then basically I'm going to need to collect $1 million, not from each house, because some houses might be worth more, right? But I'm going to still need to collect $10 million based on the combined value of all those homes and then proportioned out to get me to the $10 million.
Yes. The equation is the amount to be collected is divided by the taxable assessed value of the district, which gives you a rate, which is then applied. That rate is applied back to the individual properties in the district to determine their amount of individual taxes. Now, there's one element in there that we haven't talked about, and that is exemptions. So exemptions reduce the taxable assessed value, which is the denominator in that equation that we just talked about. So effectively what exemptions do, let's say you got, I'll give you an analogy. You got 7 people go to lunch. They all order independently, but the waitress wants to put it on one ticket. We say, fine, we'll do that. We get time. It gets time to pay the bill. The result of an exemption would be that 4 people skipped out.
Yeah, we still got to collect
the bill's still got to be paid.
Right.
It's just distributed differently.
Need to collect the full amount, so now we're working with a smaller total value to use to divide.
Property taxes are all to be collected driven. The amount of money collected is the guiding force of all of the things.
So theoretically, if you wanted to complain or do something about your taxes, you would have to go to the taxing district, whether it's the county or the school district or the mosquito district, and say, look, you guys need to adjust your budget.
Yeah.
We can't pay that kind of money, right?
Well, a good starting point would be to go to the annual meeting of those entities.
Yeah.
To determine how much they need, how much they have in reserves, how much is expected to be collected. I will tell you, the state of Washington, as an example, and I'm not picking on them, I'm just saying these are hard facts. 2 years ago, the amount of money collected for the state school levy in Yakima County was $38 million. This year, the amount of money collected for the state school levy in Yakima County was $64 million.
Wow. All right, Dave. So who determines value?
We determine. Our appraisers go out and gather information on all the properties in a given district.
Okay.
And basically, we're charged with visiting and assessing every property. We visit them at least once every 6 years. We assess property every year.
Okay, so that's when I see your guys or gals out in their tax assessor vehicles parked out in front of my home. That's what they're doing.
Yes,
okay.
They shouldn't be parked in front of your home. But
well, in my neighborhood.
I understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, in my neighborhood. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're visiting properties. We also do inspections on property that sell. So if a property sells and we don't have the correct characteristics on it, we want to gather that information and make sure that it's accurate going forward. So that's the purpose of the appraisers in the field.
Okay. Exemptions. Okay, so senior exemption. 3 things to qualify for senior exemption, right?
Dad, I need to know this kind of information.
and you have to be 61 years of age.
Okay, check.
To qualify. You have to live in the home that you're claiming the exemption for full time.
That I do.
And you have to make combined disposable income from all sources in Yakima County is $40,000 or less.
Dead. So do you have a lot of people doing that?
Oh, yeah.
Do you do?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The application process is very easy.
Okay.
It's done in our office.
All right.
Bring your income tax form or sources of income. The application takes about 5 minutes at our front counter.
There you go. Excellent.
If you qualify, we send information over to the treasurer's office. They reduce the property tax bill accordingly and go from there. Now, there's one element that I'll share with you as well. Let's say you're 65 years of age and have never even applied for senior exemption. We can reach back 2 years. So if you were 65, you can bring in your income from 2021, 2020, and 2019. If you qualify, it potentially would get a property tax refund from the treasurer's office.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But here's the thing, David. Make sure that I get this right. I could live in a property assessed at $1 million and have my income be less than 40, and now I'm not paying, and my $1 million chunk of assessed value comes off the books, right?
That's an unfortunate happening of the situation, and I can give you an example. There's apparently, and I won't name the company that he owns, but there's a gentleman supposedly up in Chelan County, lives in Wenatchee, owns a extremely profitable company. If I'm not mistaken, it's nationally known. If I could tell you the name, you would know immediately. Makes $40-50 million a year. The company does. He has a senior exemption.
Wow.
Because for all intents and purposes, he's scammed the system.
Wow.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the only way to change that is for people to go back to the legislature. The legislature makes a determination as to the qualifications. We bring it to their attention, these anomalies, these things that happen. And, it's like, okay, well, I don't know if it just falls off the radar or whatever. There is one other element that people need to be aware of. Signing for a senior exemption, you're signing under the penalty of perjury. If the information given to the assessor's office, whether it's here or any assessor's office in the state, is deemed to be inaccurate, the penalty is 100% of what you would have paid.
Ouch. Yikes, ouch. Well, that's a great way to end our conversation, Dave. So, whatever.
No, it's important for people to know. And if people have questions here, by all means, have them call our office. We'll be happy to help them. If people have concerns about their assessed value, they can call me directly if they want. My number is 574-1105.